Live on WFLA Now. This is Run for Fun with running enthusiast Lee Spann.
Welcome back to the Stream Center for this week's episode of Run for Fun. We join you, of course, every week on Tuesday to share ideas about making running a little more accessible and certainly more enjoyable so it can be a wonderful part of your life. It's easy to want to go out and run as hard as you can every time, but that's not fun all the time. And it's certainly not going to be something that you're going to want to do for many years. So we try to show you ways to incorporate slower runs and less stress into your running routine. I'm meteorologist Lee Spann here at WFLA, but I'm also an avid runner. And I love sharing these tips with you every week. And of course, the person who taught me basically all of this is my coach, Coach Maria. Hey,
Hello.
Coach, how's it going?
Oh, it's good. I'm so excited. We've had a lot of races going on, and it's officially race season, and it's fun.
Yeah, and race season sort of beginning, for the holidays at least, it's going to taper off a little bit. But
yeah, but just a little.
just it comes right
Yeah,
back.
we had a lot of people doing that hot chocolate 15K and 5K, and it's fun. It's a fun time of year. Plus the holidays.
Plus the holidays, and that's going to be our topic for the day, of course, is the holiday gift guide for runners, because whether you are a runner making your running list or whether you have a friend who's a runner or mutual friends that are runners, we always want to buy the newest and most fun things. So we're going to talk more about that, but we also want to bring you up to date on our Strava group. Coach Maria, we now have about 250 members on our WFLA Run for Fun Strava group. As we talk about, Strava is a free app that you can download. My friend Beth Rousseau, who's been on the show a couple of times, she's like, I think I'm going to quit paying for Strava. And I go, it's free.
Yeah.
And so apparently there's an added thing
I
you
pay
can
for my
do.
Strava.
So you don't have to do that. But apparently I didn't even know you could do that. So but
it's just a difference in data. You get more data if you pay for it, which I'm always liking data.
You do like data, and that is your job to know about data. So, but it is free. You can use it without paying the extra things, and then we use it really as more of a community, where instead of always, because it also tracks how fast you go and things like that, but we're using it as a way for our runners to chat, kind of share things. And we heard from one of our very loyal listeners,
Yes,
Jules,
Jules,
on our WFLA Run for Fun. And she said, after watching the last episode, my focus this week was to work on my cadence. And boy, did I need it. I ran a 5K race this past Saturday, and while listening to a 180 beats per minute running workout mix playlist to help me with the 180 cadence, and it really worked. Not only did I run my fastest 5K time in a long time, it also felt great. This might be the magic I needed. And it's not magic, Maria.
No.
But if that's the way it can feel sometimes when you do things correctly.
Sure. Yeah, and it takes some time too, right?
Yeah.
So Jules has just kind of started embracing this easy running. So then you put the easy running together with the track workouts and the recovery, and it just, the magic just all of a sudden starts happening, and that's what we like to see. Then once you're like in it, you're in it to win it.
Yeah,
so it's fun.
So if you missed the cadence episode, it was just last week. Please go back and look at it. We talk about why the magic number is near 180. It can really help with a lot of things. But also on our Run for Fun group, closing in on, speaking of races.
Oh, we just did the 7th week, we're actually in a recovery week this week. But I did give a little bit of a longer workout at the end of the week. So get on there and look at the workout so you guys can see what's coming up next.
Yeah. So BDR is a 5, 10, and half marathon that is happening in Safety Harbor on January 20th. We are training. Maria is training anybody on our run group, in our run Strava group to run that 10K. And it's, this is a service that people pay for you. And so you're offering that. So I think
don't tell my clients that too loudly.
But for this one race, and then you might just catch the bug. And that's the idea.
And it is pretty generic. I'm trying to I'm trying to reach all different abilities. So that's kind of difficult to do as a coach, but it's based on 3 days a week of running. Now we are going to add a day this next coming week, but we've been doing things based on effort and a time trial, and it's been fun. People have really enjoyed it, and I think everybody's doing what they're supposed to be
Yeah.
doing.
And we'll see come January 20th because Maria's actual her tent will be out there. The
Yeah.
On Track Running tent is her business, and so she will be out there. I will be out there, and we hope that if you have been following us on Run for Fun and Strava, that you come out to the On Track Running team.
Yeah, come say hi and come meet us, and I'd love to see some faces behind those names on Strava. That would be
Yes.
fun.
And then finally, today is the Run for Fun gift guide for runners, and joining us is Amy Thornton, and she is the owner of Run Fit here in the Tampa Bay area.
Yep.
Welcome, welcome. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your background in running and why you wanted to open up a store to help other runners.
Okay. Well, I wasn't a runner my whole life. I didn't grow up in running, but as an adult in the workplace and needing an outlet for fitness, I started running as an adult onset runner. I don't know if anybody else.
Ooh, I
was
kind of like
tw- I
that.
was-
All of us are here.
I was about 29, so quite an adult.
Yeah. So a little later in life, but just started to run for stress relief and for exercise. And then I fell deeply in love with it. And so I stayed working at my career for a while after that, but then decided I wanted it to be something I do as kind of the next phase of my life. And decided to leave my job and open a running store. Right across from my house, we have a local running club and a community already built. So really great addition to something I was already passionate about.
So you're at the store. You also have a running community. I mean, that's where you guys have a run group coming out of there, correct?
Oh yeah. So I started it a couple years before I opened the store in my local neighborhood, which is across the street, which was convenient.
Nice. Yes.
But we'd meet on Tuesday nights and we'd run around our lake, and we had a lot of families coming out there. So then when I opened the shop, we just moved it to Thursday nights. It's Thirsty Thursday now, so we have a little fun after our run. But it's a really great addition, and it helps build community around the shop.
She has a huge following too.
Yeah.
She's really grown her business.
That is fantastic. And
Yeah.
I know that runners love nothing more than to get fun running gear, whether they go in all year
Yeah.
long or get it as a gift. And so
Yeah.
I know, Amy, I was very excited to see what you've brought us today about as part of our holiday gift guide. So if someone comes into your store and they're like, I have a friend who's a runner, I am clueless, what would you tell them?
Okay. Well, there's a lot of paths you can go down. So I do meet a lot of friends of runners, husbands, spouses, and they're looking for what to do. So depending on price point, we'll go that way, or the type of runner, or the things they're looking for. I always tell the story. My husband used to buy me running shoes every Christmas, but now I have the store, so
Now he has to think differently.
He's got to think differently. But luckily for our local runners, a lot of them are able to use that. So yeah, shoes is always a good one, but that's a hard one. You want to come into the store, get your personal fit with our team, kind of go that route. So a lot of the things I recommend are things that are going to be outside of shoes. So I'll start with tech. So a lot of runners are looking for new tech, maybe to replace something they already have, or they're just not into it. So our Garmin is one of our great categories we sell in. You can use Garmin, you can use Apple, but this is the product we sell. It's great for running. If they're not going all in on a watch this year, maybe something little to help them with something they already have, an extra charging cord. I know how many times I'm trying to find mine in the
Good
house,
stocking stuffer.
Yeah.
getting frustrated. So just pick up an extra charging cord and throw that in the stocking. That's a great addition if you're a Garmin lover. And also the Garmin scale. I know sometimes giving a scale to your spouse might not
Don't
sound...
do it to your spouse.
Unless it is
Unless they ask.
specifically on their wish list. So
right.
why would a runner need a scale? We talked about that could be a little bit controversial, even if someone wants it.
Right. So it could be a little controversial. Yes, so careful who you're gifting a scale to. But as a runner, the Garmin scale is going to track, your water levels too. So if you were trying to see your sweat loss and you wanted to weigh yourself before and after a run, here it is. The other thing about the scale that's great is that it communicates to your app, your Garmin app. So even if you don't want to look at the number that the scale produces, you don't have to, but it's getting logged in your app. So you have track of that number. Maybe down the road, you just want to see what are my patterns, not necessarily worried about what you are every day or, weight loss, but what are my patterns? Am I going up or down based on the exercise or what I'm eating? So it's really great how it communicates, and it can use up to eight users. So,
I haven't figured that out on my Garmin, so
Okay.
it keeps like telling me that I weigh my husband's weight. So we
Yeah.
just, that's kind of stressful. But she is right on the fluctuations. As runners, we fluctuate so much, and it's not fat, guys. It's not fat. Like we
So a
fluctuate.
lot of it is water. Am I correct?
Water
Okay.
from the carbs that we're carrying or not carrying, or inflammation from after a workout. So it is nice to know, how to incorporate that into your running so that you can get your electrolytes back in and get rehydrated as quickly as possible for your next workout.
You just have to be careful, as we've talked about.
Yes.
Not to stress
Don't
about
get
that.
crazy about the number.
The
Yeah.
number, because it will fluctuate. It is not because you need to eat less.
Yes, exactly. And it does do body fat, doesn't it?
It does do body fat, yep, and bone density, and like I said, it's communicating with the app, so you've got that information logged if you need it. It can use up to 8 users, so as long as you don't even have to have a Garmin device, if you just have the Garmin app, the scale can talk to up to 8 apps in the household if you're sharing and.
Oh, cool.
Use it
What is the price point of this scale?
This scale is 200.
Okay. And a Garmin can go
Oh,
anywhere.
sorry, 150.
150.
150. Yep.
It's a bargain basement
Yeah.
price.
That was
of
a good little
150.
trick, Amy. I like that.
So, because a Garmin, the lowest price one is
For the watches, probably around about 300.
Yeah.
I think 250 you can get one of the starter level ones.
Yeah, and they
but-
go all the way up to like
go
$800. So there's a pretty big range, but I guarantee you if you have a runner in the house and they have an old Garmin, they will be your best friend for life if you upgrade their Garmin. Like Garmin is it's such a fun present to get for Christmas.
And something I love about this year's Garmin's, the newest tech they're bringing out is originally when they had Garmin's, it's just backlit. So you don't get a super bright display. And a lot of people who are using Apple or other devices, they're very much used to that bright display. But Garmin now has an AMOLED screen. And so they have the bright display available now
cool.
in the watches. And they also implemented some touchscreen features, which is another reason why some people who
cool.
aren't ready to go over to Garmin with all the buttons, it can be very intimidating. Now they've got one with touchscreen and with the brighter lights. So.
Good. Did you hear that, Betty? Betty likes the touch screen.
Betty does like the touch screen. Although Maria left her watch with me on accident, and I was trying to
Should have taken it out for a drive.
I was trying to charge it, and yours did have some sort of touch screen. I thought, oh no, I've ruined it. Yeah, the whole thing started changing because mine doesn't have any sort of touch
I
screen.
have a fancy Garmin. I love my Garmin, but any runner is going to love a Garmin. So if you're really questioning it and you have a higher price point and you really, really want to show your love extra special, do a Garmin.
Yeah. Find out what number they are at.
Yeah, and
then
go up.
Go up from there. Because even if it's a new version of that same one, it's okay.
Yes.
But if you go up,
Fancy.
that's it. That's
Yep.
it. So sorry. So what's next? So I see you brought
Okay.
lots of fun gifts, and Maria and I have not seen any of these. So
I know.
we're super
like,
excited.
I'm super waiting.
Yes, I've been keeping them guessing.
Yes. All right.
Okay, so the next one is something that as a kid you hate receiving, but your parents always would know you need it, so they go ahead and just purchase it for Christmas. But as an adult runner, we love receiving socks.
Yes, features.
So I brought a box of socks.
Box of socks.
A whole box full. They're on sale right now. They're buy 3, get 1 free. So it's a really good opportunity to buy
Great
the socks.
stocking stuffers again.
guys.
Yep, and they are compressed. They have compression, and they have it on the arch area, so they are a left and a right sock. And you have that compression there, and then the tabs, which I love because this will protect your ankle and your heel from the back of your shoe and the tongue of your shoe. So you might not think that socks are that important, but it's a very key thing that makes running more comfortable and more fun for sure.
Socks are funny. These new running socks will turn you into a sock snob.
Yes. Yes,
Like
they will.
everybody in my house goes crazy about their socks, and we were kind of fighting over socks. So we did this new thing where, like, each one of us has a color, so that separates everything.
Because they're really not that big of a difference. I mean, because my husband and I
Yeah.
wear the same sock
Yeah.
because it's just small, medium,
Then
large.
there's no confusing.
And
There's no fighting over our socks because they're really special. But we all love them, and it does make running feel better.
It does make running feel better. And it was a little bit of a shock. I remember when I first started running to go from like, okay, you bought the 6-pack of whatever at Walmart or Target or whatever. And then you go in and it is so it's $13 for
Yeah,
or
it's a
whatever.
little bit
it
of a
is.
gulp.
It is a little bit, but the difference it makes to have real running socks is it's $13 or $14, whatever it is,
Yes.
is well worth the price.
Oh yeah, moisture wicking helps prevent blisters. Super awesome tool to have. And I'm not with you on the color thing. I have to have every color.
Oh yeah. I just
For
want
every
I
outfit.
don't want any fighting over socks.
And then, okay, all right. So believe it or not, runners will love socks. We're probably the only group of people who are like, oh, yes, when you open up a box of socks on Christmas
Yes,
morning.
and remember for socks, cotton is rotten.
Cotton is rotten.
Same for the
Oh, that's a
shirts.
good one.
Cotton is rotten.
Yeah.
Don't do cotton.
It only leads to bad runs. Not fun. All right, next up, Amy.
Okay. Speaking of shirts, we'll go into our Christmas gear. So we have some holiday fun gear.
Amy has super fun stuff in her store.
Yeah, we like to make themed stuff. So back to the matching socks, but
those-
so you
that's
can
so
get
cute.
a cute little elf shirt.
Yes.
So we have tanks like that,
Which is
We-
great for Florida because when Florida,
Yep.
it's still tank top weather
Oh
at
yeah,
Christmas.
yeah. I was just at the hot chocolate race on Sunday, and they sell a lot of jackets and
Yeah, isn't
sweaters.
that
'cause
funny? It
A
makes
lot
me
of those
laugh.
races are not in Florida, so you come into my shop and everything's a tank top.
Yes.
So, back
Oh,
to
those are cute,
socks,
too.
Santa compression socks.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the difference between like the tall compression socks and the ones we were just
Yeah.
talking about.
So for circulation, is a lot of reason that runners are wearing circulation or compression socks. Nurses are wearing them, people flying, but it can help with running as well and for recovery. So even if you're not wearing them out there on the run, afterward, having that compression is super helpful.
Plus, you look really cute in
Plus,
Santa.
it's
in
Santa,
Santa
yes.
compression socks.
I
That's
had
cute.
my run on Saturday. I wore my compression Santa socks that said "Sock it to me, Santa."
Ooh, I
Nice.
like it.
Made me really happy. Yes. So again, socks
Sock
are a
it
big
to
deal,
me,
much
Santa.
bigger in the running community than in most groups of
I
people.
feel like there should be a song called "Sock It to Me, Santa." That's good. That's really good.
And then finally, yes, this is a
Okay.
good one.
So adding more accessories to the outfit, you can do your Christmas themed hat or visor. I know we've got our
So
different
cute.
types.
Did you design those, Amy?
Yeah.
Of course you
Yeah.
did.
Oh,
So
wow.
She's so creative.
How do you do that? You just with
so-
through a company?
Yeah, so I work with the company Boco Gear. They're out of Boulder, Colorado, and I actually came across one of their hats at a race. I just bought it as a participant. I was like, man, this is a really good quality hat. So I looked in, they do customs. And so basically I just create a design on my own and then I send it over to them and then they turn it into a hat or visor. They can do all these custom elements, even making
so
like a candy
cute.
cane backing on the visor.
so cute.
A lot of my hats have, not on this one, but they have messages on the underbill. So it's kind of like
Fun.
that secret fun thing to find. Like I'll put a mantra on there,
Yeah,
like
she has
one of
a
my
bunch
favorite
of cute ones.
running mantras. So hat or visor, and then two more things to round off your Christmas
Okay. Yeah. Oh.
outfit. So Gooder sunglasses. I don't
So
know.
this was one of my first times ever asking for Gooders. I asked for my best friend. She was like, "What can I get you?" I go, "You can buy me some Gooders." And so she went and she was like, "Well, Lee, these are $25. Like, what else do you want?" I go, "This is what I want. These are what I want." And she's like,
Also a
"Well,
good
I
stocking
will,
stuffer.
I will buy you something else too." I go, "No, all I want is a pair of Gooders, and they're so inexpensive for
Yes.
the great sunglasses
Yes,
that
they
they
are.
are."
Yeah, so
a great price
$25, and they're polarized, which
Yes.
is what kind of blows everybody away that
Yeah.
they can get a polarized glass for $25. So this is
They're
our
really lightweight.
Christmas pair this year.
Yeah.
And they all have fun, cute names on them too.
Yeah, they're so cute. Some of them are
this is-
highly inappropriate, which I like them.
Agreed. This one is Spruce Got Me Loose.
All right, Spruce Got Me Loose.
There it is. Those are the Gooder sunglasses. And then the last thing, one of the most important, is what you have
Those are so cute.
on your feet.
Yes.
So we've got the Brooks sneakers this year. So they've got the little gingerbread motif
are
on
so
there.
cute.
Super cute. And then you've got your whole outfit there.
Yeah. So the
So-
and those shoes, Maria and Amy, they work. Those kind of the Brooks. What is the actual?
This is the glycerin.
The glycerin is don't a lot of people are able to wear those because
Yeah, they're neutral.
Yeah.
They're really cushiony.
Yeah, so they're a neutral max cushion shoe. They're normally $160, but right now they're on sale for $120. So even the Christmas pattern is $40 off. So it's a good time to get that.
And I'm gonna channel my husband here just for a second because he's like, if you give things that are Christmassy, give it to somebody before Christmas.
Oh, yes.
Because that way at least they get one or two wears before the holiday
Yeah.
season is over. Because he's like, because I'll buy things and give them to somebody. He's like, don't hold off on giving them that whatever that's Christmas
Good
based because
tip by Dave.
yes,
Good
because
job,
that way they
baby.
can at least get some use out of it before they have to put it away and bring it back out for Christmas in July,
Mm-hmm.
which is another reason why you can bring stuff out. But But yeah, so if you're buying someone some of the Christmas related themed items, go ahead and give it to them a little early.
What about
Absolutely.
a Secret Santa? Perfect gift,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, gooders are good. Secret Santa gifts. You
Gooders
can
are
watch
gooder.
people fight over them. It's fun.
And
What else do we got good?
Okay, so
Goodies.
some other smaller items, but one of the things we sell a lot of in our shop is UFOs. So I wanted to bring out a pair.
Oh.
They are amazing for recovery.
Yes.
So high arch support here. We've got the foam that absorbs impact, so great wearing them around the house. Before or after a race, it's just a really awesome item. And
I have asked for UFOs for Christmas before from people as well. So Maria, why are UFOs so much different than just like a regular?
I mean,
sandal?
they aid in recovery. They get blood flowing to your feet, and they feel really good. They literally feel really good.
like you're walking on a cloud.
Yeah. After your race, take them off. A lot of runners will put them right on after their race to take their nasty shoes off.
And I got the ones that because I do run in compression socks. So speaking of everything has to revolve around the socks, I got the UFOs without the toe
Yep.
thong so that I could keep my socks on and still have the recovery on my legs and slip right into those slides. And
They do feel a little strange at first,
Yeah.
but once you get used to them, they're very, very comfortable.
I have to agree with that.
Yep.
Yep.
they do take a little getting used to.
Yeah.
Don't
but
give
then
up.
people
Just keep
become
going.
very loyal users of
Yes.
them. So yeah, they come in the slides as well. So if you want to keep your socks on, or if you're sleeping and you want to come out of bed into the UFOs to have that nice comfort out. A lot of people with plantar fasciitis, when they hit that ground in the morning, that's something that they really enjoy. So yeah, you can get them in the slides as well. Okay, this one is for I call it your crafty runner, or your runner that likes kind of
Oh, cute.
cute,
So cute.
little things like this. So you can do a countdown to your race.
So lift it up just a little bit so I can see.
Yeah.
That's little blocks.
yes.
Oh my gosh.
Little
that's so
blocks.
cute.
So these little blocks, they have the countdown. Obviously, the blocks have different numbers. You can change those around. You can count down weeks, or you can count down days.
The next race.
Oh,
to your
like,
next race.
Perfect. It's so Instagrammable.
Yes.
Yes, I think it started with some Instagram.
Yep.
Yep. And then
It didn't happen if you didn't post it. So
Yeah, that's you know what? Who else will be counting down your race other than you? All of your Instagram followers.
that's right.
well, and even at work too.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah.
your coworkers know what's coming up in because you'd probably talk about it a little
Yeah.
more.
I
and-
had thought about putting it on your desk at work.
Yeah,
Because
it's a good conversation starter
Yeah.
too. And you want people to care
10
about your running.
10 more
so-
days until I'm awesome.
yes.
I mean,
And then 11 more days until I come in limping a little bit.
yes, right.
You'll know exactly when I had that race. So that is very fun. So again, that's something that even if someone comes in who knows nothing about running, there is something that you can get a runner that they would
Yes.
appreciate that doesn't
At
have
every price
anything to
point.
do with running necessarily.
Yes, I think this one's a great one for a gift. Just not sure what to get, and this is just. I mean, who wouldn't like receiving it? Right?
Yes.
Okay. And then, of course, we have stocking stuffers. So we brought Molly's stocking. Molly's my 10-year-old daughter.
Oh, hi, Molly.
Molly.
So shout out to Molly.
Now, does she run it all?
She's in soccer right now.
Okay, so there's a lot of run.
So there's a lot of running in soccer, and she does have a run club at her school. So she's doing a mile every Thursday, and she's almost up to her marathon distance. So
Oh, cool.
she knows the term, she knows how to do it, and she's getting a little bit competitive on her time.
Yeah.
I don't push her on it, but she got to a 7:30 a couple weeks ago, and she was
that's so
just
exciting.
ecstatic.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
she's pushing herself hard out there.
All right.
Okay.
Well, let's see what Molly might get in her stocking.
Okay. All kinds of goodies. So I'll go through them real quick because there's a bunch in here. All right. So we have a hydration bottle. This is something great for keeping liquid on you while you're running. They are custom made for running, so they go in your hand in a way that you can comfortably run without having to do a full grip. I see a lot of people out there with like a Zephyr Hills bottle or just something real simple, but
Yeah. And that way you're not even holding it. Your hand could be
that's what
straight.
the handle's for.
Yeah.
Yep. Nutrition is always a good one. So all kinds of gels you can throw in there, run gum, just different things that your runner could use on the go. We've got Goo Bran.
Think of that as like for normal people's stocking, that would be like the little candies.
Yes.
We want goos.
Yeah.
We want some sort of gel.
Noon,
Yeah.
all your gels,
New
all that
electrolytes.
stuff. Oh,
All that stuff.
It's endless. You
Yeah.
could get a lot in there.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, another one of my favorites. I actually eat those probably before or after the run, but honey stinger waffles.
They're yummy.
Oh yeah, and I'm in the shop without lunch or a snack. This is the first thing I'm grabbing off the shelf. Okay, so
My store, I'm going to eat my hoodies.
Yeah.
I know, come in and get crumbs on that. A safety siren. So somebody you love, you want them to have safety. So this goes on their belt. They can pull the siren.
Ooh, I want that for Abby.
Yeah. Give it to your daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite all-time ones is something not a lot of people use, but I love, is a koala clip.
I bought that at your store actually, and I love it.
Yeah. So you put your phone in there, and then it goes back in your sports bra. And so this is an option for people, maybe the waist belt bothers them or they don't have the exact shorts that have the right pocket for phone. But I always want to run with my phone on me just for safety and peace of mind more than anything. But to have this just right on my back, that's one of my favorites. And it's not widely known, so it's a good item to gift someone so they might learn about it. More widely used are running belts.
Running belts, yes.
So we've got the spy belt here, and this is a very common one. I have a fake phone in there right now, but
That's really nice. It's
Yeah.
very little.
yeah, so it shows you kind of like how it stretches out and little tiny belt there.
Does
for
it
running.
bounce? Do you use one?
It doesn't bounce if you get it onto the right part of your body.
Okay, I was
so
gonna
you got
say,
to
'cause
figure
if-
out where your curves are and where it's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
settle in. It's
If
a little
it
bit.
bounces, I'm not playing.
Yeah, no, I only use it for marathons.
Okay.
So that's a good testament, right? But I'll put all my gels in there.
Okay.
For my marathon. When I run shorter, I don't need as many gels, so I won't have to.
Yeah.
And I've got my phone in my koala clip.
Yeah, I was going to say, Maria, do you use the koala clip? Some?
See, I'm kind of like, if for a short run, I'll use it if I really need to bring my phone, but I don't bring my phone on runs. Like I'm an old school runner. I can't stand things moving or like even the hand thing. I've thrown things at people because I don't like the sloshing.
Yeah, I was so proud of myself going into this summer. I was like, Maria, I got a handheld. You're like, she goes, we'll see how it works.
I'm a little bit, I'm just kind of finicky about that stuff, but
Yeah.
I will go set out my water. I do that.
Well, I think that's a good point. Every runner has those things that are like a showstopper for them. They can't have something in their hand or they can't have a waist belt on. And so that's the beauty about a running shop. You can come in and get recommendations and find out like what are the options. And so I always talk with people about like, well, what's important to you? Do you need to have your phone on you?
Yeah.
Do you need to have hydration on you? Like, are you able to hold something? Like, have you ever, so we go through those conversations and that's another reason why they come in and kind of seek those products out. But if you know your runner.
Yeah. And you also can train yourself. Like I could stop being a pain in the butt and actually like train with something and I probably would get used to it and it wouldn't be a big deal. So you can do that if you're not stubborn like me.
Yeah. All right, some other items. Another safety item is a little light up device. And so this is something as simple as going on your waistband or your shoulder strap and just having that bright light. You're able to have it flashing. And this is just, you won't be able to see with this, but you'll be seen.
Right.
Which is very important.
Just to give yourself that visibility if you're going through crosswalks, even out in your own neighborhood. That's just
People
one.
don't realize how dangerous it is if you're running in the dark in places.
We did a whole show on it.
Visible. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, be visible. Bright colors, whatever you do, don't wear black on black and in the other, well, especially with how late the sun is coming up these days. Please
yeah.
be visible.
People don't see you and people aren't looking for you and bad things can happen. So
Yep, the days are short right now, so wearing lights is great. My neighborhood, they know me as the neon runner because I have the crisscross neon vest and I'm lit up every day when I go out running.
yes.
So,
Important.
and we have those too. Body Glide. I mean, this is a key essential. I know people like different things.
Yes, Body Glide.
different types, but having that, for chafing and making sure that you're comfortable on the run.
That will certainly make it fun, not fun if you end up getting chafing, because it's surprising how well it works. Like I don't know why I would be surprised, but every time I put Body Glide on, I'm like, how does this work and stay on for so many hours?
I know it's crazy. Well, because it's designed to do that.
I know. I guess that's why I
when
shouldn't be
people-
surprised. But
Yeah.
I just think, okay, this isn't really going to work. And then sure enough, it is perfect throughout the whole run. So
Yesterday, or was it yesterday? No, when I was at the marathon in Jacksonville, there was a guy running without a shirt on and a crossbody. And the only thing I was thinking was, I really sure hope he has Body Glide under that crossbody. He was wearing like a plain crossbody on his skin.
Oh, wow.
For 26 miles. I was
Living
like,
on the edge.
I guess he was thinking like he was able to carry his nutrition, but
Or
man,
maybe he has some like really good heavy duty Body Glide under there. But
Yeah,
I
or
was
just
like, I don't want to see what
full-on
happens when that comes
Vaseline.
off. Nope.
That guy needs 2 sticks of this.
Yeah, 2 sticks of Body Glide.
A fun one, sneaker balls. This is a deodorizer, just kind of like Arm & Hammer in the fridge. So you can put that in sneakers to help out.
Does it really work?
Yeah, it really does. It really helps with it. Now,
Maybe I should go home with some of those, Amy. Like maybe buy those from you today.
You have mentioned multiple times that you, Maria, that you have stinky
Yes,
shoes.
me and my daughter. Very bad. It's
I mean, there's probably no coming back from, but
But
That
when
might
you
be
get
us.
the new shoes, put
start
those-
with them.
start
Yes,
using them.
yes.
yeah, maybe.
All right, another one is a muscle reliever. So this is an Eclipse muscle reliever. These are a little on the pricey side, but they help release the lactic acid in your muscles. And this is something you can sit on the couch and you can just rub on your sore muscles. And it's something maybe we wouldn't think to buy ourselves because you think of more of the traditional type tools, but they have an entire online website that you can visit, and it tells you all the information about how to use it.
Yeah, I was going to say,
That
I've
looks
never
like
seen
a Graston
this
tool.
before.
Is it similar to a Graston tool? Like that the PTs use?
Yeah. So, I mean, some people will even, yes, a lot of PTs use this, but they'll even just grab a spoon. I would recommend getting an official tool. But they're going to take this and they're going to rub and release on those muscles. And so it's a great item. And again, it's something you may have never seen in a store or thought about, but I love taking this one and just rubbing on my calves after a long run because it's kind of an area that you can't really massage well. So it's an
That's
item.
easier to take traveling too.
Yeah,
Like
so
if-
what-
instead
yeah.
of a foam roller.
So what is it called? I know that's the Eclipse version, but I mean, I'm assuming there's a generic like type. What it?
Well, it's they just call it a muscle reliever, but it's for the myofascial release.
Yeah.
is what it's
That's
for.
the same thing as a foam roller, just a little bit more aggressive.
Yep. Okay, I think we might have come to the end. Oh wait, no, there's something else in here.
I always love that bottom
else
thing of
is
it.
Yeah, one more item. One more item. All right. Laundry detergent. So little
Specifically for
specifically for stinky running clothes.
Uh-huh.
So
Why are you looking at me, Amy?
hey,
I just said my feet.
you admitted it. I have a feeling your socks might
yeah,
need
my
it.
socks need help.
So,
Yeah, they do.
power wash to make sure you're getting all those extra scents out of your laundry. And so just a nice little thing. Again, be careful gifting that, I guess, if it's might offend somebody.
If you get, I need to get some for my husband. I'll put that in a stocking.
Yes. Just say, oh, this I heard about this. I
I
don't
heard
know. You
about
probably
this.
don't even need it, but I bought this for you.
It's all about the delivery, right?
Yeah, right.
And then we had we were also saying that in another show about if you have this compression tights, you should rinse them off,
Yes, and not
not
And
let
not
the
dry
let the
them.
salt
Yeah.
dry. So like rinse them off before you launder them. So that because that can lead to the stinkiness and it can
Yeah,
also
yeah,
lead
yeah.
to the deterioration.
Yep.
So
I think that's a good rule with anything you use for running. Rinse it off. Yeah. I mean, even the handhelds, they are fabric. So when you get done, you want to make sure you're taking good care of those so they'll last for the long run.
yeah. I didn't do that with my one over the summer that I
Did you
was.
see what she did there with last for the long run?
Oh,
Good job, Amy.
nice job.
You know me, my running puns. I've got a lot of them.
My handheld is very stinky now after the summer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta, you gotta take
well,
care of it.
I one time
So
I think I threw it
should
in the
leave these
dishwasher.
here for you.
Yeah. But yes, what are you asking Santa for as a runner today for this year, Amy?
Okay, so back to having the shop has become a little difficult,
Yeah.
but I am putting on my list a race registration.
Oh, that's nice.
So-
Oh, fun. That's a good idea. That's
have
also a good idea.
Yeah, I have a race I have my eye on. I'm feeling a little guilty about pulling the trigger on it financially. So if it comes as a Christmas gift, then
Hope your husband's listening to the show today.
Maybe just
you better be.
just send him the link to this. If not, and so now we'll put Maria. Do you have a runner gift idea for yourself?
I actually, oh man, I actually don't. I'm like, I don't even have anything on my Christmas list this year. Like, I just, believe it or not, I know you're going to be shocked about this.
Yes.
I just want my family together. That's it.
And guess what? You get that.
I
So
know
you're
they're
as
going to
a-
be home for a couple days, so it'll be fun.
All right. So we, Amy, if you've ever listened to the show, we give Coach 1 minute to talk about things because she often has a lot of thoughts, and so we're just going to give her 1 minute to talk about whatever she wants. And so today, talking about be your own Santa in this 1 minute coach's drill.
Yes. Sometimes we live in a world where our significant others or our children don't really understand our passion for running. And they can be very intimidated in a store. So I'm going to tell you that there's nothing wrong with being your own Santa. Go to the running store, buy some things that you want, and then wrap them up and put them under the tree for yourself. It's just as fun. I promise you, it's just as fun. And you actually get what you want. So that's all I got to say.
Well, and that's really what I was, is that when we even started this, that it's not even just like what other people can buy you, but it's like, oh, I can put this on my wish list, maybe not for Christmas necessarily,
Yes.
but going forward now, I might want that, muscle relaxer tool, or I might, we just don't want to. When you go into a running store, we talk about it sometimes, it can be a little overwhelming.
Yes.
Like, it's all that stuff is coming at you, from all angles, and I want all of it. So now it's nice to be able to just kind of pick through and see what's actually
And
out there.
sometimes your significant other doesn't really know what you have or need or want if they're not a runner. It's very common to have one person that's a runner and one person that's not. I'm lucky enough that my husband does run with me, but there's a lot of people that don't really have that. So or write them a list. Write them a list. Don't make them just guess.
Or I'll tell them to take a picture of go in the closet, take a picture of the shoe size on the tag.
That's a good idea.
If they can tell us what they have, we can help guide them on a pretty reasonable choice. We can give them a gift receipt if they need to exchange
Gift
later.
cards are a good option. And
Yep.
most stores will let you exchange the shoes. Shoes are kind of tricky to get somebody if you don't know what they're wearing. It can be kind of tricky. So a gift card or, a gift card to a running store, a runner's not going to be upset about that.
Never going to be upset about that. But I do like the idea of, hey, this is the kind of shoe he or she is wearing.
Yeah.
I can just buy him and her another pair of those.
Another color, a fresh pair.
Right.
And a lot of running shoe stores keep records. So if you really want to get shoes, you can find out what they were wearing, a lot of times what they bought. So you can go in and be like, hey, what shoe did my wife have? And can I get a new pair? Still can be kind of tricky because they change them every year.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
as long as you just got to make sure you check the exchange policy and whether you can swap them out if you need to.
And then also, check the socks because there are different brands. We can be very brand loyal. So make sure if they're using a certain type of sock, just check that out before you go in to
Don't
buy.
let your people off the hook for presents because everybody should get presents. But
Well,
help
Amy,
them out.
Happy holidays. Thank you
Yes,
so
you
much for
too.
showing us the gift guide
Happy.
for runners. Yes. And so you got 2 weeks. If you got a runner on your list, you got 2 weeks. You can go to Run Fit, go to a running store, look at what they have, and then make them happy on Christmas Day.
And ask people like Amy. They want to help.
They wanna
Go
help.
into
Yeah.
the store and ask if you don't know what to do. Like we are full of good ideas at the running shoe stores.
Yeah, like I said, I've helped a lot of people shop for their significant others.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you,
Merry
Amy.
Christmas. Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.